Let's do a little vocabulary. Infinite regress. An infinite regress is apparently something undesirable. I say apparently because certainly not everyone has winced at them. The story goes that William James presented a lecture, and after the lecture, a woman came up to speak to him, an older woman, and she obviously had some ideas of her own, and she was chatting with Dr. James and says to him, "Sir, are you aware that the earth is a giant inverted bowl sitting on the back of 4 elephants?" And James looked at the woman and said, "Are you sure? On the back of 4 elephants?" She says, "Oh, yes. An inverted bowl sitting on the back of 4 elephants." It couldn't just be floating around in space the way they say. The bowl, 4 elephants. James says, "Well, excuse me, madam, but where do the elephants stand?" Now the elephants stand on a platform supported by a giant turtle. Where then, madam, does the giant turtle stand? It stands on the back of another giant turtle. And James says, "Well, where does that turtle stand?" And she says, "It's no good, Dr. James. It's turtles all the way down." Now, she had no trouble with an infinite regress. For her, you could just have one more turtle. Each and every time, one more turtle. We get to the bottom. Nope, that's not the bottom. There's one more turtle. However, this is a problematic concept for many people. This idea that there is no end to a series of whatever it may be. We don't seem to have much trouble when it's numbers, but when we think about things like motion, we think about things like causes, we have this idea that the infinite regress cannot continue indefinitely. There has to be a first motion, a first mover, a prime mover. There has to be a first cause, a primordial cause, a cause that sets all other causes in motion. Two of Aquinas' arguments, two of Aquinas' ways to God rely on the idea that an infinite regress is to be avoided.